Namaste, Jai Bharat. Today is 10th December, and they say that this is celebrated as Human Rights Day. Celebrated or not, for you to decide. There are many people. There are people who would mark each day for this or that. There is something like Valentine's Day, and we in Bharat have the birthday of the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, as Children's Day, and so on and so forth. At times it appears very funny that you mark a day for as something. And I'm sure, I am afraid that there are only 365 days or 64 days in a year, calendar year, and at this rate we shall soon run out of days. And so those who are in rush should stand and get their seats confirmed in the days list. So it is Human Rights Day. The point is, jokes apart, why only Human Rights Day? And what is so special about humans? Just because they're humans, are we entitled to say that we are the prime things in the world? No, this has a theological background. If those who believe in the theories of creation, those theories of creation says that things are created, everything is created, sky is created, things in like that, planets, I don't think they say, earth is created, and all the living beings, etc., are created, and then man, of course, is finally created as the pinnacle of creations. This is very, very serious anthropocentric thoughts that I am in the middle of the world. And when you think, when you think in terms of the geocentric theory, which says that planets go around the Earth, that was the case once upon a time. But leave Bharat alone. In this case, we have had theories of astrology, astronomy, and astrology, all those things, astrology. And we knew that planets spherical. We also had understood the systems of solar systems, etc. That, of course, I need not to emphasize more. They're available in texts. Surya Siddhanta is an instance. So, the Earth is in the center of everything, and all things go around Earth. And Earth is filled with many living beings, which are created, non-living beings also must be all created by the Creator. And of course, finally, after everything, the Creator finally creates the best and best and best of His creation. That is human being. My God! And of course, to the extent of saying that He created man in His own image, so it simply means that you look like God. That God is not a horse or any other being. You just represent the looks of God even. Fine. So this puts man in the center of the cosmos. That is, Earth is in the center of cosmos because of the geocentric theory. Heliocentric theory comes later. Geocentric theory, and all other beings are, let me use the word, subservient to man, because man is God's own image, and so man is in the center of creations and the prime creation or the principal creation. Now this puts man in a very serious, strong place as the zenith or the pinnacle or the topmost, in whichever mild form you may put. So from this comes this another thing. There are instructions from various religions saying that everything I made for you. What more you want? All these things I made the world for you, and it's for you to go and enjoy. I don't know. Go and enjoy. So man becomes in the middle of everything, and this kind of human rights questions defies nature. That's what I would like to say. Why? Every being has a right to exist. Every being. Now, then of course you look into the animal world. Every being has a right to exist, but then some animals are food to some other animals. Of course, they kill for food. That you can't help it. And some animals don't eat animals. Some animals do eat animals. These kind of things are there. But maybe because that keeps a natural balance of someone. And someone's one particular species should not become excess in number. They will overpopulate and destroy that balance of nature. This precisely has happened with human beings. We have overpopulated. We have gone and started living in hostile environment because we have got knowledge of. We have got language, and the knowledge what we acquired could be recorded and kept, and people could learn in short times. So we have this spurious thought that man is in the middle of things. So human rights. So we speak about human rights all right, but why don't we speak about the rights of others? And that is one thing, philosophically, a general observation. That apart. Now, who speaks of human rights? These days, human rights has become instruments in the hands of the oppressors to see their ends, to reach their goals. These days, human rights are one of the best weapons. Interestingly, we see, look around, you see the custodians of human rights, the so-called custodians of human rights, becomes the greatest violators of human rights. I don't know how you explain it, but just look at this. There are people who are claiming to be custodians of human rights, and you also find the same very people who claim themselves to be custodians of human rights are great violators also of human rights. Then here you have to understand what do you mean by human rights? Human rights, what do you mean by? It may be a specific kinds of rights for specified amount of people, and others are not treated as human. If that is the case, if they really think about human rights in the genuine sense, many things those happens in the world would not have happened. Look at the pressure groups. Let me use a mild term: pressure groups in the global arena. They have their interests. Maybe it's a corporate group, and maybe it is nationhood and such kind of people, authority. They have their own interests which they want to maintain, prolong and maintain. For that they will do anything. And there, of course, these questions of human rights do not come into existence. And then the majority in authority, they treat the minority as having no rights. There are cases like that. Look at Bangladesh, what's happening today. This for just an example. And look at things that happen all over the world. Look at what the Hamas does to the Israelis. They were holidaying and these people were seen. Are these things not human rights violation? They are. And then the way some custodians of religions treat the society. And these custodians of society treat the society in such a manner that women are absolutely discriminated and treated as lesser beings. Not their fault. Go to Plato. His lateral beings have this kind of anomaly. Lesser beings. And then they have no rights. Of course, the Greek women had no rights to what? They were not allowed to partake in Olympics. So you say it must be an old time. So these people continue the tradition, implicitly though continue the tradition, and then they speak of human rights. And let's be little more careful when we speak about human rights. These human rights are not real human rights, and humans have no special rights over the other beings. This also let's remember. In front of nature, everyone is all the same, all are equal. A life is a life. Look at the Jain philosophy. Everything has a soul. Everyone has a soul. And maybe the soul is big for big people and small for small people. Small in the size, big in size, not because of you assume to be big. There are many human beings who assume to be bigger than any other human beings. And they are very, very big human beings, and they keep getting special treatment and privileges, and someone is born to become the ruler. All these things there in front of you. So, this human rights celebrations amounts to be very shallow in many places. and at times funny for thinking beings. There must be some people who could be termed as thinking beings, and those thinking beings would understand the emptiness and they just keep quiet like me. Oh, it's okay. People are doing it. They find meaning in it. That's the point. People are doing it and they find meaning in it, and so long as they find meaning in these things, let them be living meaningfully as they think. Whether there is meaning or not becomes secondary or irrelevant. They think it's meaningful, so fine, go on. But some thoughts of human rights. Until we meet again, it's Namaste, Jai Bharat and Jai Shri Ram.